Hi there, I'm just going to take you through what it's like to be behind the scenes running the Visuals PC for a Kensington service. What I've done is I've downloaded the service from yesterday. This will show you the live stream output. This is the 13th of September 2020. What I'm going to do is show you what it looks like to click down all the way through the order of service and how that affects what you'll see in the live stream. So once you have the live stream started and activated in YouTube, then you simply go to the top of the playlist here, making sure to select the right playlist, and then you click the first icon here. You see it says in green, click first. So clicking that, wait a moment, and you can see that that has now started playing the slides, but also has automatically started playing music from the pre-roll playlist here. So if you activate that at about 10:15 in the morning, then you can leave that running to about 10:30 when the service starts. So you can see down here, I'm just going to quickly skip along the service until roughly when we get to the point at which we're starting at 10:30. Okay, so just as we're coming to the end of the timer, you're going to come to the next item in the playlist, which is Service Leader. So you can just scroll down here and click first. Now that'll bring up an image of the camera, the Logitech camera, which you're able to pan and tilt and zoom with. We have controls down here. If you click this app, you're able to go left and right, which are actually reversed because it's facing away from us, and you can also zoom in. So as you can see from the service in the bottom right hand corner, I had this zoomed in a couple of clicks and then up a couple of notches as well, and that then shows you James and Lisa here. So you can see they now talk for a little while in this service, and then they come to a point where they would like to do the Bible reading. So when you get to that stage, you click last here. So at the end of the service leader section, you click last, and that will automatically take you to the next slides. You see it automatically took you to the reading with the background and a picture-in-picture video here for the audience. So if I come down a bit further on yesterday's service, you can see this is what they saw. I panned it a little bit to get Lisa in. I realised she was off to the side there. So the reading finished, and then just at the end of the reading, I selected here click last. So if you see click last, that took me back to a full screen image of Lisa. If I show you down here how that came across, so there's Lisa in full. She then introduced our first lyric video, and at that point, just as she finished introducing it, again I click last here on this item. That automatically bumps you, changes the look, and then starts the new song. So if I click last, you'll see that begun the song. So if I scan through the song a little bit, then we went straight into the New City Catechism. So if you look here on the left hand side, you can see that we have the New City Catechism slot. So I click first here. That then activated the camera straight away, and that's when you were able to see Sharon down here on the live stream. Sharon had a few slides which I'd set up before, and so I just clicked through those slides like this, just clicking through. and you can see that affected what I did and what people saw on the live stream. Then James came to talk, so I clicked on the next one down here. Instead of clicking last, I skipped straight to this camera under the service leader, and that took me, without any slides, straight back to James. James then introduced the confession. So when he said that we're now going to have a time of confession, I brought that up on the screen by, on this item here, clicking last. You can see that then moved along, activated the background, activated the picture-in-picture and the words. We can see that down on the screen below as well. You see how that affected. At the end of the confession, I moved back to a full screen camera again. So click last here. You can see how that's then shifted onto the next item and brought up the camera. If he was on the back stage, I could also change that to by clicking this one here, and that would take me to the upper stage. At this point, James then introduced our prayers. At the end of James's section, I clicked click last, and that began the prayers here for Esther, Hans and Joanne. At the end of the prayers, I then started up the service leader, clicking here. Again, click first, that brought up the camera. There's a very short section of James speaking. You can just see it there. James spoke, and then we went straight into the song. So again, click last on the service leader, and that automatically starts the song. Okay, and at this point, as the end of the song came, you can see there's a sermon item. So I clicked here, click first. That activated the camera for the upper stage, and I began to work through the slides as Simon spoke them. For pictures, I used something called props. So you can see as props came up here, you have a few items, and so I clicked, for example, the pictures here, and those came up on the screen around Simon. I can show you down below what that looked like. There we go. And when I was finished with those, I removed them one by one, but you can also click clear all down here, and that takes away the images. And props, you can click here, and that gets rid of props. In halfway between Simon's sermon, there was a short introduction from James about having some actions during the music. So at the end of Simon speaking, I clicked click last. That shifted to this item here called service leader before song and camera. And when James had finished his introduction, he's ready for the song to start. Okay, so there's them showing the introduction, and then as we moved into the song, I clicked click last, and you can see that activated the song with them on the stage down here. So we went through that song, and then as the song was finishing, the next item in the playlist was ready. So I clicked on this item here called Sermon with Unnumbered Points Before Post Roll. Click first, and that brought up the camera for the upper stage, and then I continued to move through the rest of Simon's slides until he finished speaking. And as he closed, again I clicked the click last button here, and when I did so, that started off the post roll and automatically played the music as well, which you can see going here. Just to show what that was like on the service down here, there you can see it moved into the post roll. And so that is essentially how to run the service. You can either click on the individual items on the left and work your way down, or you can just scroll down throughout the middle with the mouse and work your way through. Click first, move through the cameras, and then click last.